Well, as you saw in our side-by-side coverage, caution is out for the 6th time today. Danica Patrick, Greg Biffle, and now Paul Menard's on pit road overheating.
A lot of movement of these cars down the back straight. We see Danica in the 10 right there. There she goes down on the inside. That car really got light. The wheels come off the ground. Roof flip.
Wow.
Push it back down.
That is turf management at its worst right there.
Spectacular shot, and she did a great job keeping it going straight, not getting into that inside wall there, causing more damage.
Kyle Busch.
Whoa! That was big. Got loose off the corner, had to get completely out of the gate. Oh, he's got right rear fire, right rear down. Huge wreck. So Austin Cinder, or Noah Chastain hit him, turns Chase Elliott around in the wall.
And totals Chase Elliott's car.
Well, you saw it. He had a big time wiggle off of 4. That thing, it saw him get out of the gas. The flames came out of both sides. And then Chastain absolutely nails him on the front straightaway, turning into the 9. What a wreck. Car's lucky to not get upside down.
Which line does he go to? Now Harvick's not quite clear. Harvick's on the outside of him. Now, boom, he didn't make a commitment.
Oh, and around goes the car behind him. That's the 6, or excuse me, the 9. A very close call there for Sam Hornish Jr. in the 9. The caution comes out. Now we're getting closer to the possibility of a green-white checker.
We've seen this.
Got together.
Yeah, we have. We've seen this time and time again. You see the splitter makes huge contact with the grass. The car starts to bounce. Luckily, it lands on all 4 and just continues to spin. But we've seen this. The 9 goes to make a move, looks for that inside line, wasn't clear of the 1, drives across his nose, ends up spinning through the grass.
Tore the splitter completely off when it grabbed the grass initially. And then once again, hit hard and up into the air. A wild ride for Sam Hornish Jr.
As Haley bailed out, he was in the middle of that 3 wide coming through turn 1. It'll cost him some spots, and it's going to cost him another. Whoa, look out! One car spinning further back and off the course as everybody will slide by everybody. Trying to check up. Another car in trouble. That's Chris Wright. He'll go off course as well.
You see Ty Gibbs. You see the 18 on the outside of him. They just make contact, sends Ty Gibbs out into the grass. That's where he got his damage, and then behind him, look at that. Another car hitting one of those huge curbs. Those are, we need to come up with a new name with those things. They're car killers.
Yeah, that was almost big between Kyle Busch and his teammate Denny Hamlin. And now look at Kyle Busch go backwards because of that.
And he did. He went backwards because he chose the. Oh, he's wrecking. Joey Logano.
Logano. And Keselowski
is in it.
Boy, it's just scary. Anytime that air gets underneath that car, gets it airborne like that. So and look how they're all stacked up. They're all bumper to bumper to bumper.
Yeah, but look at the 11. He moves down to try to go on the bottom, gets turns him into the Joey Logano. And then, Jeff, we've all felt it. That silence. When that car goes over, it gets really, really quiet. Not a fun sound.
And you have no idea if that car is just going to start rolling and continuing to roll, or if it's going to settle down. Luckily, that's what it did.
I don't think he's really paid.
Oh, got trouble.
Oh, man. And no, he didn't miss that one.
Didn't miss that one, and he hits it hard. Stephen Wallace involved.
Hold your brake.
Wow, that's too bad.
Jeff Green's car up on one side, the 31 car. There's Stephen pulling away, and there's the heavily damaged 31 car of Jeff Green. Let's see what happened. The 31, there's David Reagan going by.
Yeah, it's hard to tell right from that angle if he got a tap or if it was just the air loosening that car up from Stephen Wallace's 66 car getting right up behind him. Hard hit by Justin Allgaier.
But Buddy Baker, who has a lot of sentiment on veteran observers, as one of the real... Oh, we have a problem. Going to tire. Bobby Allison
Allison with a horrible crash here on the front stretch. It has torn out a complete section of protective railing separating it. Alan Kowicki becomes involved.
Debris and is collecting other cars. There was a lot of debris in the front stretch. Kowicki was involved. Richard Petty, I think, is another one of the cars. Lots of debris on the front stretch.
Larry, I think a tire blew. I think I saw a tire coming apart while he was right here in the tri-oval nearing the starting line.
Right rear, it begins to shred, and the car goes out of control. You're at 210 miles an hour. You can see the right rear going. You see the debris there on the left-hand side of your screen. Earnhardt avoids Bobby. The car goes backwards. The aerodynamics get underneath the car, and Allison gets up into the fence. The aerodynamics lifted the car. They're not built to go backwards. Right underneath Harold Kinder. Harold, he stayed in there. Boy, I'll tell you, talk about a trooper. Kinder is right there. He's got the yellow flag out right away.
Yeah, he's got to get to the top. The top's going to have the biggest energy here. 21's going to come with a huge shove.
They are 2 and 3 wide behind him. Crossover.
Here he
That's
comes.
Austin Hill in the 21. Big crash. Up and over. Caution is out. That's Myatt Snider.
You know, to see Myatt just walk right out, that's a great sign.
And I would be anxious to see how close it was at the time of caution, because look right here, it looks like the 16's out front. Whew, it had to be really close.
The caution wasn't out at that point when they left our screen, so he was clearly ahead by the time he left the bottom of your monitors on television. But unfortunately, Anthony Alfredo getting into the back of the 31 and creating that issue.
Wow. I mean, look at that car.
And look at the grass that's flying in front of him.
Where's the engine?
Oh, wow.
The engine's gone.
Now, Joey Logano continues to drive back to the front. 14th already, Matt.
That left front corner structurally sound, and they have repaired it with...
Big one! Oh, my goodness. The 25 hit hard. That's Chris Cockrum.
Gosh, that's a hard hit.
Scary, scary moment coming off of turn 2.
Right there he is in the 25 car. You see Garrett Smithley right behind him there, giving him a bump draft. They're right behind Joey Logano.
I can almost tell you, yeah, the 0 turns right into the 25. The Joey Gase is just an innocent bystander here.
Oh, he just barely clipped that wall that jets out there, and that sent that car spinning like a top.
This will really show it.
Watch this 3,400-pound race car just pitched around.
See what it did to that right front tire? About ripped it off.
Look at that gaggle of race cars. So for all drivers, I might add, I would apologize.
Jeff Fuller's having problems. He starts off turn 2 there.
Looks as though a flat tire. Oh, my!
Dennis Setzer went way up in the air after contact there.
Fuller couldn't control the car. Looked as though the left rear might have been the wild one there. And you saw Fuller, he was yanking one way, the car was going the other. Caution on the speedway for the 4th time. Here it is again. You got 52 as Donner. Well, there is some contact with Fuller. Exactly right.
Yeah, Fuller was slowing down. Donner got into him because he couldn't get out behind him. That turned him up into the front of the 38 car, which was trying to get by on the outside.
And so you don't get confused. Bobby Donner is driving the 52, Kenny Schrader's car that Andy Hillenberg has driven. Donner's car that he owns.
See, watch the 47.
55.
Watch the 47. It turns.
Yeah.
Because the 52 got into the back of him.
Lap 108, you're clear. 108 at the line here.
Oh, we got a crash!
48 goes around. The big one happening. The one's upside down.
Slow, big wreck behind you.
Kurt Busch climbed all over the top of the 41 of Custer. The 2 is around. Playoff contenders involved.
Yeah, right there. The 14's pushing the 48. Gets him turning around. Now, just off the right. Kurt Busch way up in the air. Fortunately, came down on his tires. There it starts, right there. That trial, we talked about it earlier, that is the worst place. That's where your car has the least amount of grip around this racetrack.